Good morning. We've been having some nice warm spring weather and got cold last night, dropped down to the 20s and got a little bit of snow. I think it's supposed to get up to 32 today and be windy, so it's gonna make for an interesting day. I'm glad we got the doors on the barn all secured so we can use them. We don't gotta worry about the wind blowing them around. It'll be a good test for them, having them shut, but it looks beautiful. Even though we're ready for spring and planting, but we know it's still early. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Brutus loves playing on top of the pile of rubber mats. We're gonna spread them out this morning and get them over in the milking area. So what are you gonna do, mister? This won't be your mountain to play on no more. Will you still like them? And it's his big day today. We're going to the vet, get his other shots, and we're gonna find out how much he weighs. I wish I knew how much he weighed when we took him home, because I'm pretty sure he's at least doubled, if not tripled in size since we've got him. Huh, you're growing, and you're growing fast.
I tell Brutus not to grow so fast, and Al's like, grow, 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 like the holler little girl. He's gonna be mad at you.
Yep.
That's it, I can't finish because Brutus likes them.
It is very cold, snowy, and windy outside, and the doors are working perfectly. They're not blowing around, they're not flapping around, so everything that we did to secure them is working nice. Because if we had those doors open today, it would be cold in here. So we gotta drag these. These are Gina's favorite things because they weigh so much. And we gotta figure out which layout we wanna go on this back corner so we can have it set up for Azalea's milking area.
I was waiting for him to jump on so that you drag him.
I know, right? I'm wondering if he'll like this area once they're all spread out.
Yeah. We should make a guess how much he weighs.
Right.
I'm gonna guess 37 pounds.
I'm gonna say 40 to 45 pounds.
And I think he looks bigger, but he's fluffy, so I'm gonna say a little bit on the conservative side. He's still a puppy, I'm gonna say 37. But I would not be surprised if it was 40 to 45 pounds for sure.
Leave a comment down below and let us know what you think he weighs. 19. So we can basically get, maybe 5. Yeah, we can get 5 mats across this way, and that'll give us, this whole way would be covered. So we're gonna start in this corner, work our way over, kind of change the way we're doing the layout. We'll see how we get over there and how everything works. So yeah, let's drag some more. Right, Brutus? Taking your bed. Taking your bed, mister. I know, you're gonna have a new spot to lie.
You're adding 40 something pounds to already heavy mat.
We might have to notch this area to come up closer so that way it'll line up with this wall, but let's get it laid out and see. But I think we'll have to notch it because this wall is wider than that wall. So going, excuse me, Brutus. So going off of our chalk line that we snapped earlier, this is set back some, but let's get the next one out and we'll see what it looks like. Jeesh.
Yeah, they're heavy.
They are heavy.
Wow. What happened? Was that exciting?
You like the rubber mats?
Oh, you approve.
That's mine. No, good boy. This is yours. What, are those your mats? Made him thirsty. All right, so we're not liking that they only come out 6 feet, and if we went another 6 feet, 12 feet would be way back here, and we don't need the rubber mats to go this far. So we're gonna spin them and try going this way, so it'd be 4 feet and 8, so it'd be 4 and 4 would be 8, and then if we go back this way, 12 foot's gonna put us right to here, and then we can do one going this way, 6 feet, and then we'll have to cut a chunk off of that one, so it'll be like to here, just to the other side of the pig pen gate, which would be nice when we're going into the pig pen. We're not like off of the rubber mat, it'd be all on that. We just wanna make sure that Azalea is on the rubber mat while we're milking, and then if she decides to go number 1 and number 2 while we're milking, it's not falling right on the edge of the mat. It's falling on the mat so we can pick it up easier.
Now, our ideal plan is that we were going to have something to catch if she decides to go number 1 or number 2. But you know how that goes. So we also want to just take care of that. You kind of have a little bit of a warning, a teeny little window of warning when they're going to go to the bathroom, and depending where you're at in the whole process, if you can even get to it. So in an ideal world, we are going to be able to catch it in the bucket and bring it to the compost. We will see. Maybe you can watch and see that that might not work. Well, at least we're going to try.
Come on, push. Bruce is like, what do you keep doing with the mats?
He thinks you're playing. He's like, this is my big toy.
Oh yeah?
These mats are so heavy, it's hard to move. I wanted to get the smaller ones, but I think they come, like the lighter ones, but they come actually smaller size, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't win that vote, but I guess when I want them moved out of the way, he's gonna have to, or he's gonna have to put some kind of hook so I can get them pulled out with something. So.
Did you get it? Get it. You better get it. All right, and then we'll go, let me get this one over a little bit. All right, so that's what it'll be. If you like this setup, we'll have to cut a sliver to fill in right here. And then we'll have to notch that corner, and then we can slide these up to match that.
Well, my honest opinion is we leave it just like that. I know you don't like it because it's gonna leave that spot, but I feel like if you use that door, it kind of leaves you an area and it's fine the way it is because she's not gonna come that far anyway. That's what I think.
That's fine. We can always add if we need to.
Right, we can always add to it. Can I have your fur coat? Can I have your fur coat?
You helping? All right, so we're gonna take this off.
How's that working?
Works good, but it vibrates your hand so bad. I have to hold the battery because this is like tingly vibrating.
Yeah, so it makes you like itch.
Yeah, it makes you like itchy and feel weird. So it's working the best so far. I will say that works the easiest and quickest of anything that I've used for cutting these mats.
And we don't need to cut one because we're not gonna do it.
Nope. And that's a dull blade. The craftsman in me hates to leave this blank.
You're gonna.
I would at least want to put like a triangle here to like
If you want to put a triangle,
make it look.
If you want to put a triangle, you may. But I want to leave that spot because of the door.
I know, but I just can't, like visually wise, it drives me bonkers.
If you want to do a triangle, but a whole square, I don't think it's necessary. Like, I understand you don't want to put that jaunt.
Well, we can do
I
a
understand
rectangle.
you don't want to have that jaunt there, but yeah, I don't think you put it out, then it's kind of in the doorway. At least if you want to put the triangle, at least leave a straight walkway. Okay.
Think about it.
Listen, we agreed on not putting it in, so if I come and there's a big, huge triangle there, I'm gonna take it out.
I'll watch you.
That little piece, I can move that. Just as long as you don't glue it to the ground.
Brutus, she's challenging us.
Don't challenge me.
Look at him.
I'll just say, here, Brutus, pull this for me. You know what you could do? No, because it will be in the way. I was gonna say you could pull it and then it would just leave a spot by the wall, but then you still have. I don't want it in the way of the door. Okay, so my plan is, so Azalea will be in here. I'll get her, I'll open this part up. She will walk out and then come, and then she'll have her headlock here, and then I'll do my milking and stuff. I do that on the right side. So I think this is gonna be good. We can always milk on this side if we wanted to because we have the headlock, can be used either way, but probably just do it over here, it'd be easier, but we have options.
So I think once all the animals are in here, this is where Brutus will end up sleeping during the night because that gate will be closed. Azalea will be right here in the center. Cookie will be in that stall, and the goats and the sheep will be over there. So he'll most likely be sleeping right here, keeping an eye on them. So now that we have that much done, I've been working on getting a lock made for our pig pen gate. And now I need to weld it in and finish building the rest of it. So we gotta take this off, bring it into the workshop, do some welding, and then bring it out here. But before I did that, I wanted to make sure that the height of it was still fine with the rubber mats, and it is, so that is good. One of the questions we kept getting asked a lot at the tractor show is, what's your next project? One of the next ones is we gotta get this workshop picked up and finished built so we can stay organized in here because it's a mess. All right, so I wasn't able to drill my hole low enough to get this pipe sitting flush so I can weld it down. My beaded weld was in the way, so I'm higher than that. So I'm gonna use a bolt as a spacer, and then I'll weld the bolt to the gate and the bolt to our pipe, and that'll take care of it. If I had a piece of like welding rod, I could put a piece of welding rod in there and weld to that, but I don't have any here. So this is how we're gonna do this. It should hold it. I don't know if it's the right way to do it or not, but what I find welding to thin metal like this gate, if I more focus on welding to the thicker bolt and then kind of let it work its way down onto the gate, I get a good weld on the bolt and then onto the gate without burning through the gate. Love tap, that's where it's at. Oh, love tap. Right there looks good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I like it. Okie dokie. All right, before I burn myself, yeah, she is hot. Well, I set the gate down in the snow, so that way it would finish clean up. I really don't want to burn myself. This all assembled, so it should be cooled off enough now to bring it in and get it finished built. Good boy. That wind is really starting to pick up now. All right, so that's that. That's that part. It's all welded in place. It has cooled off, so now we can put the pin in and get everything locked in. All right, so we have a pin, a spring, then we have the little back end, and we got a little T-handle we'll put on after. We got a roll pin that holds everything together. So we'll put the pin in like so. Now I gotta put the roll pin in. That's gonna be the fun part. Okay. All right, got our little T-handle. It's got a flat spot, so that's where we'll put the Allen key. Right on the back here. Okay, we're in position. All right, I've never installed one of these before, so let's see if we did it right. So we just gotta do that. Or so if you guys missed the first video of me working on this, this is made for, the striker plate is made to get welded onto a metal fence post, so it would be rounded over. I cut off part of it so we could get it to fit with the 2x4 wall. So when you just slammed your gate, it wouldn't be hitting anything here. It'd be hitting the striker first, and it's cut at an angle, so it would just slam in. But the way I'm using it, it's not able to. But if you had a metal fence post that was welded on, that would work slick. Just to slam your gate, and it would automatically lock for you. This works out perfect for our situation, but yeah, I like that. I'm glad we found that. All right, I think Brutus is gonna be upset. So we're gonna take his last mat over there, but we can take the last mat, rip it to width. Well, actually, we'll have to cut it to length first, then rip it to width, and the piece that we have left over, we can make a triangle here. And if we cut this one at an angle, so basically it'd be like this from the doorway, a straight shot. And then that way you don't got to worry about ever having anything tip over on that corner off of the 3/4 inch thick mat. And then this will be filled in.
I like it.
You like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole reason that even got brought up again is because I was talking about bringing my goat milking stand in so I can trim hooves and all the things. And I was going to stick it right here. So then he started talking about the mats, putting it under.
You see that? Yeah. I'm going to take your last mat, mister. I'm going to take it. That might have been the problem. That corner was still on the pallet. Everything else was hanging off.
I mean, you did leave it like that for a little bit, so.
It's driving me crazy.
But I'm impressed that you left it that long.
I had to figure it out. Here we go.
I don't know. You got a little bit of that hanging off.
That'll do.
It does look good, though.
Looks a lot better. I like it. All right, it's time to bring Brutus to the vet. Leave your guesses down below on how much you think he's gonna weigh. I got a seat cover in the back. You napping in there, mister? Yeah, you were, weren't you? You were taking a snooze. I caught you. Good boy. I put a seat cover in the back because when we brought him home, he was a drooler in the truck. So we had quite a bit of a mess on the way home. You ready to go to the vet? Find out how much you weigh? Huh? Yeah, good boy. Brutus, no drooling. Okay? Keep the truck as clean as you can, sir. I don't see that happening, but we're gonna find out. What are you doing back there? Hopefully he'll lie down and chill out and won't be drooling everywhere. I took Bruce to the vet, and Gina was the closest.
Oh, I think Olivia was the closest.
That's right, Olivia was the closest. Olivia guessed 35 pounds. You said 37. I said 40 to 45, and Brutus weighs 34.1 pounds. So I go back to the vet in a couple of weeks, 3 weeks maybe. It'll be interesting to see how much he weighs then.
Every couple days, we have to move his collar to another little spot.
Yeah, I bought a big collar when we got him, and I'm like, I'm not cutting it. I shouldn't say big collar. All the collars they had were bigger, and I'm like, I'm not gonna cut it. I'm gonna put extra holes in it, and I put a zip tie around the part, so it was like another loop for it to slide in. So we just keep enlarging it, and yeah, like every couple of days. Tomorrow he's gonna have to get the collar extended one more hole, so he's definitely growing.
We've extended it like 4 to 5 times already.
I think, yeah, tomorrow will be the 5th time.
Yeah.
So he's definitely a growing boy. So it's still windy outside this morning. We're gonna work on, let's not do this door first. Let's finish doing the J channel and some metal work over yonder. And then hopefully the sun will come out a little bit and we'll get that door taken care of. You want your Kong? I put some treats in it. You smell them? Oh. That'll keep you busy for a little while. They're in there. It's in there. I hit it on you. Never done this before to you.
Did it come out?
I put some chunks of...
Oh, that didn't work very good.
It'll keep me entertained for a little while. He's like, that's not the stuff that smells really good. Where's the good stuff? Tricking them. All right, let's get this J channel up. We've had a lot of people asking us about our hay feeders and why we just didn't put them on legs. The reason we put them on the winch, the cable winches like this, is if we want to raise and lower them in the wintertime, depending on the depth of the bedding, we can. If we need to raise and lower them, depending on what animals we have in here, we can. And I don't want to do legs because you can't adjust them. And then when you have bedding in here, in our climate, it stays in all winter. Once it starts freezing in and you start adding to it, the legs just get buried. When you're going to clean out, you got to work around that. So having no legs is going to make it a lot easier for cleanup also. All right, we had to get some latches for the top and the bottom of the doors. And I found this style. This should work, I think, pretty good. So I'm going to do this. Unlock, lock. I like that.
Do you want to go in the workshop? Huh? Let's go.
One of my least favorite things to do is open up a new roll of coil stock.
What's going to happen?
I got a clamp on it, so nothing should happen.
Ooh, that's worse than opening up the biscuits.
Right?
Way worse.
Way worse. Cuts that like butter.
Much easier.
Yes. All right, you ready, Brutus? We gotta go back to the barn. Come on. To the barn. Yeeker.
You're hooked.
Okay, to the barn, dude. Okay, put it on your edge. The reason we line the inside of that door with galvanized sheathing is we don't want the wood to get saturated with urine from the bedding. So we're going to cover the bottom pot with that. We've got a few more things we need to do. Where it is doubled up, the nail gun, or the staple gun I should say, isn't always stapling it good. So I'm going to have to get some hand staples or some hand little tacks so that way I can get that tacked in nicely. But other than that, that part is done. So that feels good. All right, now that daylight is gaining, I'm curious to see how many eggs we're getting. We got a pile. They're kind of dirty because it's a little muddy, but we got a lot. 4, 6, 8, 10, 28, 30, 32, 36, 39. That's a lot of eggs. Well, I guess the daylight's helping. We have plenty of eggs to eat now.